Tomorrow, players from Terre Haute North and Terre Haute South will take to the football field for the 45th annual Victory Bell game. I know the current group of Braves and Patriots have heard just how huge this game is, but a lot of times high school kids don't realize how big things really are. Well, here are 5 guys from a very select group that played in the Victory Bell game that made it in professional sports. Each to this day will tell you the Bell game still lives with them.
It's a great honor to play in that game.
Nothing is more important than that football game in that city when you got 10,000 people coming out and screaming and cheering.
It's a big hoopla for the city of Terre Haute, as it should be.
The energy in the stadium, the smell of the turf.
When you walk out, you smell the hot dogs and the grass and the band playing the Terre Haute South fight song. You never forget that.
Steve Weatherford, Tony McGee, Ernie Thompson, Anthony Thompson, Brian Dorsett, Cam Cameron, Mark Jackson, and Josh Fagley are playing or have played and coached in the NFL and MLB. Yet to this day, each will tell you the Victory Bell game is right up there with anything they did in their legendary careers.
It's very similar to the Super Bowl because there's such a build-up to the game.
Ranks right up there with the bucket game, with the IU versus Purdue bucket game, because it's bragging rights.
You never forget it. It's like playing in a major league game. You never forget it, and it's very similar to that kind of feeling.
It ranks up there with any memories and championships that I've been a part of in not only college but the National Football League.
For these professionals, the love and hard work for the Victory Bell began at an early age.
It starts for you in junior high. I went to Honey Creek and then just dreamed of playing at Terre Haute South and playing in the North-South game.
And all the training that we did in the off-season to get us ready for that moment of playing in that victory game.
That's a game that you practice for, you train for the whole summer.
These guys trained for the game, but more importantly for that moment afterwards of ringing the Victory Bell.
I really can. I can still remember what it sounds like.
You either savor that moment and ring that bell with enthusiasm and enjoy it as much as you can.
And I got to be honest with you, there's no feeling like being able to walk in the front door. I remember the bell sitting out in front of Mr. Halt, our principal's office, and you could ring the bell every morning, and we'd go by and ring that bell and then head off to class.
For you seniors this year, listen up. These pros will tell you losing your final Victory Bell game will stay with you forever.
You don't want to be in my position standing here almost 3 decades later with this memory of not winning a Victory Bell.
To lose that game early in the season leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and still it does.
And anytime you lose, you know what the celebration is going to be like. You know you're going to hear the Victory Bell being rung, and you want to be on the right side of that. And unfortunately, my senior year, we were not.
One thing players in this year's Victory Bell game better understand, the game will end Friday night, but the bragging rights from it will not only go on for years, but decades.
You know, it's something that I still kind of dangled over the head of my best friend David Lewis, knowing that we took his senior year away from him, so that was special.
And the guys that played in that game, they know who won, and they'll bring it up, and they're not afraid to bring it up.
I think I was 2-1, you know, with the Bell games. But just losing that last one, it just really sticks in your craw a little bit. And so we didn't have those bragging rights, you know, as I finished my career at Terre Haute North.
But when it's all said and done, I think you're judged by 2 things. You're judged by how far you go in the playoffs, and when you play football at Terre Haute South High School, you're judged by how you do in a North-South game, because everyone remembers that game every season.